The hardest coaching ability to master is the question asking. Your questions should function as signposts for the attention, pointing the coachee towards a particular area of life and asking them for their thoughts about it. You'll need open questions, for while closed questions angle for a particular kind of reply, open questions invite people to respond by saying anything relevant that comes to mind. They provide a springboard for thought. And since they give coaches a lot of scope as to what they might say, they give them a lot of scope as to what they might think. There's a spectrum of openness, with people being freer to reply any way they'd like, the further along the spectrum the question sits. At the fully closed end, there are only two possible answers, such as a yes or a no. At the other end, there are fully open questions. The person says whatever they want about whatever topic they'd like to talk about. In the middle are semi-open questions that ask about something specific by leaving the person free to say anything they want about it. The more open the question, the longer the answer will typically be. Both fully open and semi-open questions have important roles to play in the coaching process. At the start of any piece of coaching, you should ask fully open questions, for you want the coachee to talk about whatever's on their mind. You want to unearth a suitable topic for exploration, some area of endeavour where they're frustrated, or where they have hopes that aren't yet fulfilled, some area where they sense that things could be somehow better. Once you've settled on a topic for exploration and passed into the session's Act 2, it becomes semi-open questions that you'll need. You can ask about one aspect of the situation, then another aspect and another. You can often cover a lot of ground quickly and efficiently, bringing all the key aspects of the situation to light. The coachee can then see the area of their life anew and make connections between its elements. And they can start having insights about what they themselves might do. In Act 3, you'll again ask semi-open questions, but this time your focus will be on the actions the coachee will actually take. You'll ask them what the next steps will be and where they'll take each step. What you say doesn't have to fit the typical sentence structure of a question to direct the coachee's attention effectively. It makes little difference whether you say, "What are you struggling with most right now?" or "Tell me about what you're struggling with most right now." And though the primary role of questions isn't eliciting information, information will come your way, and what you learn can help you find good questions to ask later on. It can take a lot of sensitivity to know where it would be best to direct the coachee's attention. Everything you know about what the coach's challenges feel like for them can help, as can your background knowledge of the world and how it works. There's no such thing as a best coaching question, not in the abstract anyway. There's just questions that work during particular moments with particular coachees, questions that spur them on to the next part of an exploration that ultimately will help them follow insight-enriched courses of action as they make their way onward through life.